The film begins with the two best soccer players in the country, named Hung and Feng, arguing with each other in a locker room. Hung proposes to throw the upcoming match for money, but Feng's pride doesn't let him commit such a low act as getting involved in match fixing. But when Hung shows him the check for a crapload of money, Feng puts his pride aside and deliberately misses the crucial penalty in the following game. Because of this, the fans break his dominant leg, which ends his career. 20 years go by, and Hung turns out to be the most famous soccer coach for the team called Team Evil. He even has Feng as his servant for these past years and humiliates him at any chance that he gets. Feng only acts as Hung's servant in hopes of becoming a coach of his own team. However, Hung makes him realize that he is just a cripple, a joke, and in no way fit to be a soccer coach. So, he fires Feng and kicks him out of the building before revealing that he is the one who deliberately ruined Feng's career by hiring the mobs to break his leg. Feng leaves and hopelessly walks in the streets when he overhears a garbage man talking trash about soccer. He approaches the garbage man named Sing and hears that Sing wants to promote Shaolin Kung Fu to the public for the betterment of their lives. Sing brags about how wonderful and all-powerful Kung Fu is and gives examples on how people's life would become easier if they had learned Kung Fu. He teaches Feng that Kung Fu is not just about fighting but is a complete way of life. Still, Feng is not convinced and throws an empty can at Sing, calling him a loser. Sing, however, proves him wrong and kicks the can out of the freaking planet. Feng thinks that he must be seeing things and proceeds to walk away. Sing carries his garbage again and stops in front of a shoe store, dreaming about buying a new shoe. But he has no money, so he walks away. He helps people with their day-to-day work on his way back, and at the end of the day, he gets criminally underpaid for his hard work. He then stops in front of a bread shop to get some food and sees the cook using Kung Fu techniques to make the bread dough. The cook Mui's technique piques his interest, so he starts using a mating call to get her attention. He praises Mui, calling her and her technique beautiful. But she becomes embarrassed as she thinks of herself as ugly for having acne all over her face. Sing focuses on the food and starts eating her steamed buns. But when he learns about the price, he promises to pay the money the next day and even gives his torn shoes in exchange for the buns. Sing decides to sing for her again, so she calls him a lunatic. This offends another person named Dynamite, and he starts bragging about how singing is a great act. Dynamite starts singing to prove his point, and that motivates some other lunatics, and they too join him to start an entire concert on the streets. However, the owner of the restaurant is not impressed and shouts at all of them. With the concert over, Sing smoothly takes another steamed bun before running swiftly away from there. Sing then finds his first brother, Fei, who is working at a bar and tells him that he has found a brand new way to promote Kung Fu, which is singing. Sing believes that they must spread their Kung Fu knowledge at any cost, as that is what they owe to their master. Sing reveals that like his steel leg, his first brother has an iron head. So he thinks that he should use it for the good of the people. However, Fei has given up on his dreams, so he tells Sing to leave. Fei's boss scolds him for being a wuss at his job and keeps mocking him, so Fei realizes that he should join Sing to open up a band. The two Shaolin brothers sing about Kung Fu at the same bar, but their lame band quickly flops, and people mock them for singing such garbage music. Some thugs even start beating the two brothers up, but Sing doesn't fight back as this is their workplace. The next day, Feng finds the can that was kicked by Sing stuck in a wall. So he realizes that Sing is actually the real deal. He then tries to take the can off the wall and accidentally reveals that Sing is behind the wall, facing some thugs. Sing only shows a glimpse of his true power and uses a football to fight back. Using the ball, he knocks out the thugs one by one and defeats every single one of them. Feng becomes amazed and begins to pursue him. He politely asks Sing to show his leg and begins examining it. Although the legs look ordinary, they have been trained to become the Shaolin's mighty steel leg. Feng comes up with an idea to use Sing's Shaolin Kung Fu to play soccer, so Sing becomes intrigued. Feng decides to teach Sing how to play soccer, but he needs a pair of shoes first. So, Sing goes to Mui's restaurant and asks for his shoes, so she gives them back to him with all torn parts sewed up. Sing then again returns to his first brother to invite him to become a soccer player. But Fei already has enough. Because of Sing, Fei got demoted as a toilet cleaner. So, now he cannot help him anymore and tells Sing to seek help from the other brothers. So, Sing visits the fourth brother, who is living in a slum. He invites him to join his soccer team and tells him that his empty hand technique will be greatly helpful for their team. As this brother is an unemployed bum, he thinks about it and tells Sing to leave. Sing and Feng then head to find his third brother, who has the ability called Iron Shirt. Feng tells him about the idea of winning the upcoming soccer tournament to win $1 million. So, Iron Shirt flips a coin and gambles on it landing on an edge to join the soccer team. And it does. Sing then visits his sixth brother, Lightweight, to invite him, but Feng is not so sure about this one as Lightweight is not so lightweight. Lightweight keeps eating in depression and gets scolded by his boss. So, he too thinks about Sing's request. Sing then visits the second brother, the hooking leg, but this guy has already abandoned Kung Fu and now washes dishes as his day job. So, he too rejects Sing's offer. However, all of the brothers remember their days of being together as the disciples of the Shaolin Master, so they decide to give Sing one last chance. Meanwhile, Feng and Sing loses hope, thinking the Shaolin brothers won't join his soccer team. To prove them wrong, the sixth brother appears, followed by the fourth brother, then the second and third brother, and lastly the first brother appears. With this, the 7 Shaolin Masters have reunited and are ready to learn and conquer soccer. Feng takes on the role of the coach and teaches the brothers the basics of soccer. Sing becomes impatient and kicks the ball, but because of his overpowering strength, the ball gets out of the planet. 1 hour later, the ball finally comes back to the ground, and the brothers immediately start fighting over it. Feng realizes that these newbies have no clue how soccer works. So he tells them about the 4 basic soccer drills: passing, dribbling, holding the ball, and shooting. So, their training starts by learning to pass the ball first. Then they learn to dribble. However, Sing doesn't get to train with the boys as his leg is already too strong and he has no control over it. So he must train to control his strength first. In order to do so, Sing needs to learn how to not break an egg when kicking it. However, the egg training soon turns into an egg disaster because of Mr. Lightweight. Moving on from that short disturbance, Sing soon learns how to control his strength. So, it's now time for him to learn how to aim and shoot. He masters this as well, but his brothers are still lacking in everything. The brothers think Sing can win on his own, but Feng knows that without teamwork, not even Messi can win. A few days later after their training, Feng holds a friendly match between the Shaolin soccer team and the thugs that Sing beat up previously. Although everything looks very friendly, the thugs are actually here to take revenge. Their true intentions, however, get almost exposed as weapons begin falling out of the nerd-looking thug's pants. The match begins anyway with Feng as the referee. Every other player except Sing starts dribbling like Cristiano, which makes them look like fools. Sing tries to carry the entire team but gets kicked by every possible direction. The thugs start beating every Shaolin player, but the referee doesn't call a foul for some reason. They get knocked down, thrashed, and brutally beaten. It's like an actual battlefield with no way for the Kung Fu team to win. Sing argues with Feng for not calling out the opponent's foul. So, Feng gives Sing the red card for arguing with him and makes him realize that everything is fair in love and war. And that soccer is basically war. Fei gives up and waves his white underwear, showing that he has surrendered. The nerdy-looking thug decides to end the old man's dignity and makes him wear his underwear on his head. The other brothers can't take this humiliation anymore, and that triggers their lost Kung Fu powers. All 6 Shaolin brothers take their meditating positions and slowly start showing glimpses of their actual powers. The first brother shows how well he can control the ball with his iron head and passes it to the second brother, who uses his hooking leg ability to launch the ball up high. The sixth brother uses his lightweight technique to jump high enough to pass the ball to the third brother, and he passes the ball to the low-budget Bruce Lee, the fourth brother, who uses his empty hand to throw the ball back to Singh, who takes the shot but hits the crossbar. The thugs escape seeing these monsters awakening. But they eventually come back, bowing their heads to the Shaolin Masters, hoping to join their soccer team. With that, the soccer team is complete, and the only thing left is to register and win the next soccer tournament. On the other side, Hung is in the middle of conducting military experiments on his soccer players in order to make them unbeatable. A sudden phone call reports to Hung that Feng has formed a soccer team. So he goes to check what Feng has assembled. After seeing the Shaolin brothers, Hung thinks that they are just a bunch of clowns and lets Feng register for the open tournament for free. Afterward, Singh goes to visit Mui and takes her to a luxury shopping mall. She doesn't understand what's going on, so Singh explains that he will buy her everything after becoming a famous soccer player. However, she doesn't want anything like that and requests that Singh buy her sneakers once he gets famous. Singh tells her how important she is to him and that he will do anything for her. But reality kicks in soon enough, and it's revealed that Singh has to clean the floors of the mall for bringing a girl here. The next day, it's the first professional match for the Shaolin team. The match starts soon, and the opponent team's first impression of them is that they are clowns, of course. However, Singh breaks their misconception by scoring every other second from the midfield. Hung gets reported that the Shaolin team has completely destroyed the opponent team with a score of 40-0, which surprises him. With the easy win, it's a great head start for the Shaolin team. They begin to win every match from then on and easily reach the tournament's knockout stage. Their kung fu style football soon becomes famous countrywide, which marks the start of them becoming rich. Mui decides to change her dreadful appearance and goes to a fancy beauty parlor to get a makeover. The Shaolin team even gets sponsored by a famous brand, so it's time to say goodbye to their bad days. Mui shows up with an amazing makeover and congratulates Singh for winning the soccer matches. Singh keeps his promises and gives Mui the promised sneakers and proceeds to introduces her to his brothers. But they immediately start joking around with her. Mui acts like she likes the way they are treating her at first, but soon gets tired of acting like a pretty vulnerable lady. Her boss comes there and abuses her for dressing up like a proper lady and even hits her. Mui has had enough, so she shows her kung fu skills and retaliates against her boss. Later, she asks Singh if she actually looks pretty and proposes to him. But Singh rejects her proposal and tells her that he only wants to be friends. This breaks poor Mui's heart and she goes away from him. The next semi-final match for the Shaolin team is against a disguised female team. But they are no match against the Kung Fu Masters and they reach the finals. The repeated wins of the Shaolin team make Hung worried. So he offers Feng a big check to forfeit the final game. However, Feng is not going to fall for a trick like this anymore, so he declines the offer and tells him that he and his team are coming for the trophy. Before the final match, Song decides to give Mui a ticket for the final match, so he heads to her workplace. But he learns from the owner that Mui became too sad and depressed, so she stopped working here. Song realizes how much pain he has caused her by rejecting her, but before he can reconcile with Mui, he has to catch up with the game first. The Shaolin team is fully determined to win the trophy, but they have to defeat a formidable team. The match begins with Song kicking and passing the ball to his teammates. He again gets the ball back, and he dribbles the ball past the defenders easily. With the goalkeeper left for the goal, Song shoots with his full power, however, his shot is stopped by just the single hand of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper confidently hands back the ball to Singh and again provokes him to shoot. But he fails to score every time, even using his full strength. Hung reveals that he has used American special drugs on his players, which explains why his players are so strong. He even reveals that all of the officials are on his side too. So, there's no way for the Shaolin team to win. The goalkeeper passes the ball to their forward, and he shoots with overwhelming power, which burns the fourth brother's hands and forces him to leave the field. With the fourth brother out, the first, sixth, and second brothers also get defeated by Team Evil. The referee announces halftime, and now the Shaolin team needs to find a substitute for their injured players. Feng sees the team falling apart and tries to motivate them. The third brother decides to become the goalkeeper for the second half. But he is soon to regret his decision as he now faces the 10 monsters of Team Evil. He gets knocked back with the ball several times, but he stands back again. Team Evil repeatedly shoots at him with bullet speed, but the third brother finally manages to retrieve the ball and passes it to Song, who misses the shot. Team Evil gets the ball back again and takes the shot. But the third brother blocks the shot, sacrifices himself, and passes out. With him out, there are only 7 players left on the Shaolin team, so there is no way for them but to forfeit. However, Mui comes to their rescue with her head shaved and becomes the substitute. She makes a fool of herself and passes the ball to her opponent. But their evil-powered shot doesn't go through her yin-yang technique, and she easily blocks their shots. Mui then successfully passes the ball to Song, who doesn't miss the chance this time to correctly hit the ball and scores an incredible goal. With that goal, the match ends 1-0, and the Shaolin team becomes the champions. Song becomes rich, and his goal gets achieved soon too, as everyone starts using Kung Fu in their day-to-day lives.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more movie recaps.